You're watching Arise, the world's standout news channel. Arise News, awards, and beyond.
Please be seated. Your Excellency, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor, Imo State, the Acting Chief Judge of Imo State, the Honorable Minister of Power, Your Excellency, the former Secretary General of Commonwealth, Your Excellency, former Military Governor of Imo State, Your Excellency, former Governor of Imo State, the Managing Director, Madco Project Limited, the Honorable Commissioner for Power and all the commissioners here present, the Secretary to the Government of Imo State, all appointees, all distinguished invitees, the Chairman, Council of Traditional Rulers, Imo State, the Chairman, Council of Elders, all our distinguished brothers, friends, and well-wishers, including the Managing Director, CEO, Transmission Company of Nigeria, Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, the Governor, we are excited and happy that you have allowed this opportunity to happen in the lifetime of many of us. You did promise at the beginning of your leadership that you have abandoned everything about lamentations, that you are interested in thanksgiving on a daily basis. Your Excellency, why we are gathered here this afternoon is not for thanksgiving. If everybody here agrees with me, can we put our hands together to give thanks to God Almighty that we are here to thank God and not to lament? Without further waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, permit me to welcome and invite to the microphone the Commissioner for Power, Imo State, Engineer Nwabweze Oguchenti, for his welcome remarks. And while he's coming, I want to appreciate the presence of the national and regional leaderships of our party, APC. I use the National Vice Chairman Southeast as a point of contact. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Infrastructure Governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, Honorable Minister of Power, our own Chief Adebayo Adelabu, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome Your Excellency and eminent Nigerians who have accompanied you to this history-making event, the commissioning of Orashi 15 MVA 33 to 11 kV injection substation. On behalf of the Ministry of Power and Electrification, I wish to extend my gratitude to Your Excellency for giving us the opportunity to be part of the Light Up Imo project. I am glad to report that we will continue to do our best to ensure that this laudable dream is realized to the letter. It takes a man of courage and vision to embark on such capital-intensive projects as the Light Up Imo project. I congratulate Your Excellency for showing leadership and commitment to the development of Imo State. I am pleased to inform Your Excellency that the Orashi injection substation, which is part of the phase 1 of the Orashi electricity project, is now ready for commissioning. I humbly invite Your Excellency to commission the project, sir. Thank you for having confidence in us.
Thank you. That was the Honorable Commissioner for Power, Imo State, Engineer Nwabweze Oguchenti, just being very brief, like brief illness. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, I am aware that we also have our service commanders here. especially the new Commissioner of Police. He's also here live. And we do not want to run the risk of running every name that will appear on the protocol list of His Excellency the Governor. But let me assure Your Excellency that before your arrival, a very good effort was made to do a general appreciation in terms of acknowledgement of our people here invited. The Secretary to the Government of Imo State, we appreciate you. The Chief of Staff, we thank you. Your Excellency, the Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I humbly invite Dr. Mustafa Mako, MD CEO Mako Project Limited, for his technical briefing of this great project.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Power, distinguished leadership of the Nigerian electricity authorities, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and privilege to welcome you all today to the light up of Imo State ceremony, marked by the commissioning of the Orashi injection substation, a landmark project that reflects our shared commitment to strengthening Nigeria's power infrastructure and improving electricity supply for our brothers, the people of Imo State. This substation represents more than a technical facility. It is a symbol of partnership and trust. It reflects the opportunity extended by His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, to Matkur, to contribute its technical expertise, execution capabilities, and operational experience in serving the people of Imo State with reliable and sustainable electricity supply. We are proud to have been entrusted with this responsibility and to translate this confidence into a tangible asset that delivers real value on the ground. As an Egyptian company, Matkur views this project as a part of its broader commitment toward our brothers in Nigeria. It reflects a belief in South-to-South cooperation, knowledge sharing, and long-term partnership between African nations, working together to develop resilient infrastructure that support growth, stability, and shared prosperity. We are deeply honored by the presence of His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, whose vision and strong support have been instrumental in driving the light up of Imo State, and by His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Power, whose leadership continues to guide reform and progress across Nigeria's power sector. We also extend our sincere appreciation to all Nigerian Electricity Authority, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, the Nigerian Independent System Operator, NISU, and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, the Imo State Electricity Regularity Commission, ICERC, and the Nigerian Electricity Services Agency, NIMSA, for their close cooperation, technical oversight, and continued role in maintaining the stability and integrity of the national grid. The successful completion of this project reflects effective cooperation between federal and state institutions, technical partners, and project teams working toward a common objective. Before closing, I would like to sincerely appreciate the dedicated efforts of all project stakeholders and teams who worked tirelessly to deliver this milestone. Our thanks goes to the Imo State Commissioner and the State Technical Team, to the Orashi project and operation teams, and to my colleagues, the Madkur Engineering, Construction, and Management teams. Their professionalism, commitment, and close cooperation were essential in translating vision into reality. Today's commissioning marks an important step in the light up of Imo State journey toward improved power quality, reduced outages, enhanced economy activity, and better quality of life for the people of Imo State. It is not an end, but it is a foundation upon which further progress and expansion can be built. And I know that His Excellency is pushing us a lot in order to continue and complete all the electricity of Imo State. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, thank you for honoring us with the presence. We remain fully committed to supporting the vision of the government of Imo State and the Federal Ministry of Power in delivering a more reliable, efficient, and sustainable system for the benefit of our brothers, the Nigerian people. Thank you.
Are we tired? Are we tired? Why can't we do something down to you? Take your seat. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency the Governor, I know that it is not common to bring a governor and his guests to an event directly under this kind of sun. But because of the relevance and importance of the project, Your Excellency and your guests wouldn't mind, let me request Your Excellency that I want to invite Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, MDC, Transmission Company of Nigeria, at least to say thank you to all of us before I proceed with inviting the Minister. Please, a round of applause for him.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, the Honorable Minister of Power, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very important day in the history of this country. We are all gathered here to see what His Excellency the Governor of Imo State has done. This is wonderful and is something which has not been happening in this country. I think we should clap for him, please. We know the problem the people of this state have been going through because of the inefficiency of the distribution company. That what made the governor to come and put his effort to make sure that things has improved in the state. Since he started this project, he's in contact with the Ministry of Power at the Transmission Company of Nigeria, and we have given him all the support and cooperation he wanted. Now, Orashi can operate as the 11 distribution companies are operating in Nigeria. People in this state are going to receive power more than ever like before. I don't want to talk too much, but what I want to say is this. I want other states to copy Imo State. And I also want His Excellency the President to praise the Governor of Imo State. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, encourage the MD, TC, and He came and spoke in conformity with his height. And we are very happy that he has confirmed the efforts of His Excellency the Governor. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I want to invite a gentleman who has shown commitment and partnership with the governor and government of Imo State in terms of giving light to the people of our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, when somebody is serving as a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and his name is Adebayo Adelabu, if you bother yourself, Adelabu is 7 letters, Adebayo is 7 letters, and Nigeria he's serving is also 7 letters. What kind of coincidence is that? Well, with that kind of encouragement, may I, with due respect, invite the Honorable Minister of Power, Chief Adeboye Adelabu, to please make his remarks. Are we so tired? I thought we came with our hands encouraging the Honorable Minister. Don't you see the way he's working with power on his legs? Thank you, thank you.
Your Excellency, Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Executive Governor of Imo State, Your Excellency, the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, and Your Excellencies, former military and civilian governors of Imo State, members of the National and State Assemblies here present, members of the Imo State Executive Council, the Acting Chief Justice of Imo State, the management and staff of Orashi Company Limited, traditional rulers, community leaders, industry experts, and gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be here today at the commissioning of this critical electricity infrastructure project in Imo State, which comprises of a newly constructed 33 kV line, an 11 kV distribution line, and a 33 by 11 kV injection substation with an installed capacity of 15 MVA. These facilities represent tangible progress in strengthening the electricity network of Imo State and expanding access to reliable power for homes, for businesses, for institutions, and for industries. We all know all the positive implications of this that will lead to improvement in prosperity of our people, improvement in job creation, and general engagement of the entire business communities in Imo State. I wish to start by commending the progressive leadership of the Imo State Governor for the successful development of this project under the Light Up Imo State initiative. This project is a clear demonstration of what is possible when subnational governments take bold and deliberate steps to address electricity challenges within their jurisdictions. The decision to invest in network infrastructure that directly improves supply reliability and access is both strategic and at the same time forward-looking. Your Excellency, this project is a reflection of your bold, visionary, and transformative leadership. By prioritizing electricity as a driver of development, your administration is laying a strong foundation for rapid economic growth, job creation, industrial expansion, and improved quality of life for the entire people of Imo State. Reliable power supply is not just an infrastructure asset, it is an economic enabler, and this project will significantly boost commercial activity across the state. I think at this point we need to give Mr. Governor a very hot round of applause for this bold initiative that he has taken. And it is important for me to emphasize that today's commissioning aligns squarely with the vision and the spirit of the Electricity Act of 2023, signed into law by His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. This was actually the first bill he signed into law on resumption of office in May 2023. The significance of this act is that it marks a defining shift in Nigeria's electric sector by empowering states to actively participate in all the segments of the electricity value chain, of the power sector value chain. And this is to achieve two objectives. For all of us here that are old enough, we can all remember the Electricity Company of Nigeria, ECN, in the late 50s and the 1960s. In the early 70s up to the late 90s, we all knew the National Electric Power Authority, NEPA. And early 2000 up to 2013, there was what we called the Power Holding Company of Nigeria. All these three agencies were all centralized federal government agencies. For a country that is as massive as Nigeria, with 930,000 square kilometers in landmass, with over 200 million people, with 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, with 774 local governments and almost 9,000 wards. Centralizing a sector like electricity, power sector can never work. It has to go to all the subnational governments. The 36 states and FCT should take part. The 774 local governments should actively participate in providing electricity to their own territory. This is when it will get to the grassroots. And it will impact our households, it will impact our institutions, be it health or educational institutions, it will impact our small businesses, which is actually the bulk of Nigerian business communities. And at the same time, it will impact our industrial sector that is responsible for employing our people. So that decentralization has enabled the Imo State government to take this bold move and enable us to enjoy the dividend of democracy under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Please, a round of applause for Mr. President for this. This is what other past governments have found very difficult to approve. But he broke that jinx to achieve decentralization of the power sector. The second one is about liberalization of the sector. The amount of power that we need in Nigeria to service the entire communities across the four corners of Nigeria can never be financed by government alone. So government has also enabled the private sector investors who have enough funds to come and participate actively in all the segments of electricity value chain, be it generation, be it transmission or distribution. So you see that we have actually attracted over $2 billion of investment from the private sector since 2023 when this act came into being. Let's give the President a round of applause. So the event of today is designed to unlock innovation, attract investments, and accelerate electricity access by bringing governance and decision-making closer to the people. Imo State is clearly positioning itself as a forerunner in operationalizing this reform in the power sector. The creation of the Imo State electricity market and the establishment of Orashi Company Limited as the sub-distribution company serving the state reflect precisely the framework envisaged under the new Electricity Act, one that promotes structured, accountable, and market-oriented institutions capable of improving service delivery. I commend Orashi Company Limited for aligning with the governor's vision through this strategic investment in infrastructure, which will enhance service levels for end users and build confidence in the state's emerging electricity market. Like the commissioner said, this is just the beginning. This is just the foundation upon which we will leverage further expansion of this kind of activities. And before you know it, the entire of Imo State will enjoy a 24/7 uninterrupted, functional, stable, and reliable electricity. I can assure you. So with this, I want to encourage other states across the Federation to take a cue from what is being done here in Imo State. I would describe Mr. Governor as the pathfinder. Yes, and I encourage others to follow his footsteps. He has done this to them free of charge without collecting a dime. So what they need to do is to copy and paste. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. Come and study what Mr. Governor has done in Imo State and go and replicate it in your entire state. It is free of charge consultancy services. Thank you, Mr. Governor. So the combination of political will, institutional reform, and targeted infrastructure investment is the pathway to unlocking sustainable electricity development. States now have both the legal backing and the practical examples to leverage the opportunities created by the Act of 2023. We expect the state to fully take advantage of this opportunity. Beyond the decentralization and liberalization of the Nigerian power sector, which have made today's milestone in Imo State possible, permit me to briefly highlight a few other grand strides achieved in the power sector under the leadership of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, just in 2 seconds. We have developed a national integrated electricity policy after 24 years of absence of a sector-wide electricity policy for the power sector. Over 2 decades of an absence of policy. But I'm happy to announce to you that the Federal Executive Council has approved a comprehensive integrated electricity policy for the Nigeria power sector. And this is going to strengthen the collaboration between the state and the federal government. It will also attract private investment and accelerate access to reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity nationwide. We have attracted over $2 billion of investments since this act came into being from the private sector, both local and foreign. This is actually the new bride all over the world. We all listened to the World Bank representative yesterday who said that Nigeria has now become a consistent reference worldwide in terms of reform and transformation of the entire Nigerian economy. I think this administration deserves a round of applause for achieving that. Before we know it, this will be felt by every household, by every institution, by every business, and by every industry. We have also started the transition the industry towards full commercialization. When I resumed then, I said government subsidy to electricity sector was in the range of 70 to 80%. And government had a lot of other sectors to spend money on. We have works, we have aviation, marine and blue economy, and so many of them, even defense, competing for the same fund that is not unlimited. It will be difficult for government alone to bear all the cost of this subsidy. And the plan for us to enjoy reliable electricity is to enable the people pay as much as possible for electricity so that morally they can ask for a very good service. And since we started the process of transitioning into what we call cost reflective tariff, we have improved the sectoral revenue from 1 trillion naira that we met in 2023 to 1.7 trillion in 2024, and it is now 2.3 trillion in 2025. This is more than double of what we met, and this has reduced government subsidy from 70-80% to about 40-45%. You see that this will reflect more in the efficiency and effectiveness of service delivery. I should thank our people for welcoming this idea of transitioning into full cost reflective tariff. We are not going to do it overnight. It will take time for our people to enjoy the benefit of this. And the first ever successful synchronization of the Nigerian power grid with the wider 14 countries in West Africa was achieved. Now we can produce electricity in Nigeria and supply to Ghana, supply to Togo, supply to Benin Republic, Cape Verde, Senegal, and so on and so forth. And this will also create employment for our people. And lastly, we have improved the installed capacity of our power generation in Nigeria from 13 gigawatts to 14 gigawatts. So, and again, the issue of meters. We have discovered that meter penetration is low in Nigeria. It's below 50%. A lot of households are built on estimated billing, which is unfair, which is unjust, and also fraudulent, isn't it? So we have decided to purchase meters in conjunction with the World Bank and the DISCOs and distribute these meters. Install them free of charge to our people. It is free of charge. I'm emphasizing this. It's an arrangement between us, Nigeria, the World Bank, and the electricity distribution companies will not collect a dime from the customers. Please, when they're installing it, do not pay them a dime. The arrangement to pay it back is between us and the World Bank and the DISCOs. And 700 billion naira has been given to us by the Federal Account Allocation Committee to also fund acquisition of more meters. Between the World Bank program, this rep, and the PMI, Presidential Meter Initiative, we are going to buy nothing less than 12 to 13 million meters within the next 3 to 5 years. And every household will soon be metered. So in closing, let me assure His Excellency and the good people of Imo State that the federal government remains fully committed to supporting states. We are ready to cooperate with you. We are ready to partner with you. We are ready to collaborate with you. So far, this will translate into benefit to our people. Though we are there because of the people, and the people must enjoy the benefits of democracy. So we are ready to support you, sir. And any state that has chosen to develop the electricity sector responsibly and sustainably will receive my full cooperation. I was here on Tuesday. I'm here today again, which means we are at your beck and call. When you need us to ensure we have reliable electricity, we are available to support you. I want to congratulate the government and people of Imo State on this important milestone. I also commend all the partners who worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition. MD of TCN, thank you very much. MD of NISO, I want to thank you. The Commissioner for Energy in Imo State, thank you for your tireless effort. The Chairman and MD of Orashi Power Company, we appreciate all your efforts. This is what we expect all the states to start doing. And the burden and the pressure will be reduced on the federal government. So this commissioning marks the beginning of an even greater investment that will further illuminate Imo State and power its economic future. Let's translate our potentials to reality. Thank you, and God bless Imo State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The level of power and energy exhibited by him is enough that when this thing is switched on, it's not going to go off. It will be 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we think it is fit and proper to bring before you the man who has sworn that this day must come. The visionary, the man the Honorable Minister just described as the pathfinder, a man I prefer to call a leader of leaders, the hope of the hopeless. His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, CON, GSSROS, Doctor of Management Technology, Honoris Causa, Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Governor Imo State, to come forward before his people and tell us the reason why he thinks that we should enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we put your hands together.
Please sit down. The acting Chief Judge of Imo State, Honorable Justice Ijoma Ogugwa, members of the National Assembly in our midst, our leaders who are with us here this afternoon, Your Excellency Chief Emeka Anyoko, the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth,
and distinguished Senator Ike Nwachukwu, former governor of Imo State, Honorable Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, OFR, FCF, FCID, Your Excellency, the former governor of Imo State, Chief Ikedo Hakim, and the former deputy governor of Imo State, Sir Jude Abasu, the national vice chairman of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, Dr. Ijoma Rodiobu, and other members and leaders of our great party in our midst, the Secretary to the Government of Imo State, Chief Cosmos Iwu, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Barrister Nnamdi Anyehe, members of Imo State Expanded Executive Council, particularly the Honorable Commissioner for Power and Electrification, Engineer Wabeze Ogushenti, the Chairman, Imo State and Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Highness Eze Isi Okeke CFR, the Chairman, Imo State Elders Council, and Southern Traditional Rulers Council Co-Chairman, His Royal Highness Eze C.I. Ilomaya CON, the former Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, Ambassador K. Muche, heads of tertiary institutions in Imo State, chairmen and councillors of the various local government areas in Imo State, heads of security agencies, paramilitary organizations, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I must begin first by thanking the Almighty God for making today possible. I would also want to commend our dear President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, for his visionary wisdom in signing the Electricity Act into law in 2023. If not for this law that empowers the subnational government to invest in power, generation, transmission, and distribution, we would not have been here today for commissioning. I also want to thank Mr. President for graciously approving that the federal government abandoned the Eboma power plant be transferred to Imo State. These two bold actions of our beloved President made this day possible. This is why it gives me the utmost pleasure to perform this commissioning ceremony, or what I would rather call the flag off of our liberation from epileptic power supply, from darkness and unsustainable business costs, to the modern day reality of encouraging ease of doing business. Early last year, I assured Imo people that my administration will be on course to deliver on its promise of power reliability to drive the economy of our dear state. It is therefore a thing of joy that we are here today for the commissioning of the first phase of Light Up Imo project by our Orashi licensed electricity company. For me, the ceremony is a befitting birthday present to the good people of Imo State, because it comes as we celebrate our 50 years of the creation of our beloved state, Imo. For too long, the rhythm of our daily lives and the heartbeat of our economy have been dictated by the erratic hum of petrol and diesel generators. For decades, the dreams of our small business owners, our barbers, our tailors, welders, have been held hostage by power providers. Power providers who could not meet up with our aspirations. Today, it is a thing of glory that the bondage is broken. And that the narrative has changed forever. We are marching forward towards freedom. We gather here to witness a historic shift in our trajectory by providing an alternative and reliable power supply that will strengthen the power supply network, not only within our area, but in the 27 local governments of Imo State. This is a declaration of our energy sovereignty. We are moving from a generator-based economy to a productive, power-driven one. As I often say, you can have the best location, the best workforce, the best market access, and the best roads, but without reliable electricity, you will stagnate. It is common knowledge that industrial operators in Nigeria, particularly in Imo State, spend more money on power generation than they do on salaries. That is not sustainable. We made the decision that Imo State will no longer be held captive by this forced choice. This first phase represents the fruit of meticulous planning and disciplined execution. We have completed the 15-kilometer 33 kV line network, stretching from Ebu to New Owerri, supported by an extensive 45-kilometer distribution network that will immediately bring stable, reliable power to residential and commercial areas across this axis of Owerri. This is the tangible implementation of our budgetary allocation to power sector. It is a direct realization of the license we secured for the Orashi Electricity Company, ensuring that we are no longer passive observers in the energy sector, but active architects of our own light. Indeed, we have begun to see the signs that 2026 will truly be our year of economic breakthrough. Without missing words, electricity is the oxygen of industrialization. When we launched the Imo Economic Summit, Imo Economic and Investment Summit, 2 months ago, we made a promise to the world leaders and business titans that Imo State will guarantee round-the-clock electricity supply. We told them that the generator economy was ending. We told them that we had the largest proven gas reserves in West Africa. over 200 trillion cubic feet of proven reserves, with an additional potential of 600 trillion cubic feet in unproven reserves. We told them that we had established Orashi energy-free zone to unlock that potential, and we told them that infrastructure was not a promise, that it was already in place. Today, we keep that promise. As we pursue our strategic roadmap to build a $1 trillion economy for Imo State within the next 25 years, energy is the foundation. Stable power will reduce the cost of doing business. Stable power will invite new businesses and new industries into our state and empower over 65,000 young men who have trained through our Skill Up Imo program to work round the clock without the fear of a blackout. We also have 25,000 trained artisans and entrepreneurs who are equipped for self-employment. They don't need to bother about a pass my neighbor generator. They will have access to stable and reliable electricity. The Orashi power project is linked to the Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone. We are harnessing our natural gas reserves to ensure that our power supply is not only constant, but sustainable and locally sourced. To the residents of Owerri and the surrounding communities, who are the first beneficiaries of this phase, this power is yours. It is meant to light up your homes. It is meant to keep your children studying at night and ensure your businesses flourish long after the sun goes down. Our cold rooms will now preserve food without the anxiety of power failure. Our hospitality centers will welcome our guests with the confidence of uninterrupted service. Our hospitals will deliver critical care without the threat of generator breakdown. Our schools will operate laboratories and digital classrooms with the certainty that learning will never be cut short by darkness. This is only the beginning. The next phase that I've just started is being accelerated, and our mission is to ensure that the 27 local government areas of Imo State have access to round-the-clock electricity supply. We are marching forward, sure-footed and focused until every street in Imo State is illuminated. But I must sound a note of caution. This infrastructure belongs to all Imo people. The transformers, the cables, and the poles in your communities are public assets meant to serve the public good. I charge every community to jealously protect this power infrastructure. Guide it. Report any attempt at vandalism. Expose those who will steal what belongs to all of us. This light is not for one person or one community. It is for every Imo citizen. I also charge you to be responsible consumers. Use this power wisely. Pay your bills promptly. Electricity is not free. It is affordable. And sustainability depends on all of us doing our own part. We have a capable regulatory institution that will ensure that the providers of this electricity will operate within reasonable cost profiles.
Let us build a culture of responsibility so that this infrastructure can serve not just us, but our children and grandchildren. I want to thank the management of Orashi Electricity Company. I want to thank the contractors also, the staff of the Ministry of Power, who worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition. I also thank the people of Imo State for their patience and their unwavering support. All this while, it is a promise that we must keep. The 27 local government areas, going by our business analysis, many of the local governments are not commercially viable. But the Imo State government will from time to time intervene to close the gap that will make return on investment meaningful, provided the service is delivered to our people. It is now my singular honor and pleasure, to the glory of Almighty God, to officially commission Phase 1 of the Orashi Light Up Imo project. May this light we switch on today illuminate our path to a future of unparalleled prosperity. May everybody living in Imo State, citizens and residents, benefit from this intervention to the glory of God. I want to thank our leaders, all the personalities gathered in this occasion, for finding time to be here. It is not over yet until it is over. I don't know if I'm here. Abraham,
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was the address of His Excellency the Governor. The Governor now leads the Honorable Minister of Power for the commissioning and the unveiling the plaque as well as facility tour.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, TCFR, on whose authority I stand here today, Adebayo Adelabu, the Honorable Minister of Power, to the glory of God, the benefits of mankind, for the good use of the good people of Imo State, for the use of the schools and health institutions in Imo State, for the use of the small businesses in Imo State, and to promote industrial expansion in Imo State, for a prosperous economic activities and job creation. I hereby commission this project today. Thank you.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now the unveiling of the plaque.
Humble self, Honorable Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. And I say, on behalf of the governor, let there be light and light.
Well, this is, my name is Dr. Ejike Chukwu. This is very commendable. The governor has a very radical initiative. Anything that will bring light across Nigeria is very most welcome. And we appreciate the governor for what he has done. And also the support from the Minister of Power, who also traveled from Abuja to come here to see this. So it's going to trigger a very serious positive effect in the Imo economy, because anything light encourages industrialization. So this is a very remarkable development in Imo.
Don't try. You supposed to be jai. You look come before person myself, person we don't mind. Boy, when I land softly on the sofa, so good. Con back down, let me.
You're watching Arise, the world's standout news channel. Arise News, awards, and beyond.